I mean, we here on this beautiful day of the sun with the beautiful alchemist, with the powerful Jesus, with the glorious sunflower, with the mighty powerful Adewale. I mean, what a day, what a day, what a day. Shouts out to Hugh. Hugh, I've come to the conclusion this afternoon. I think I have that made up word we call ADHD. It's just superpower activation. But sometimes it's hard for me to focus on the things that's right in front of me. Shouts out to Naya for helping me notice that. Sometimes it is difficult for me to notice the things right in front of me. So I am running an ADHD protocol on the vibe, family, because I'm going to focus on Adewale today. You want to see it? Here we go. There we go. ADHD. I'm running it a whole hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to listen to this brother. My focus is not going to go out the window. My focus is going to go into this portal, and I'm going to listen to the power behind this man because this man is indeed powerful. As are many of the guests I bring on this platform, but it's just something special about, these Kanye West individuals, the ones that's been through something, been through the fire, been through the pain, been through the tragedy, and came out stronger than how they was when they went into the tragedy. So that's what that's where I'm at. I'm so excited to be here. Shouts out to New Brunswick, Canada. Canada in the building. All right. Shouts out to Miss Naya. Shouts out to my Bermuda bestie in the building. I wanted to kind of bring something to the attention real quick. What's good, Lisa? How we feeling? So I saw a comment when I first started this stream, and it said this. It said, Empress Street G. Shouts out to Empress G. She said, I am enough. That is my mantra. I was like, facts. But I've discovered a secret to the universe. And I want you to know that the universe also has to do with you. It is you in verse. So when we're talking about the universe, we're talking about you. You can't get to universe without you. There is no universe without the first letter, you. So when we're talking about the universe, we're talking about you. When we're talking about you, we're talking about the whole of you, the all of you, even the whole of you or the all of you that has separated itself in left hemisphere, right hemisphere, left side, right side. Am I in my right brain? Are you? Are you being creative enough to get your right brain to acknowledge you, to gravitate to you? And this is why I actually wrote something under this. Now, if you want to have a powerful mantra, make your mantra rhyme. If you want to truly get into the rhythmic motion of the universe, get into the rhythm of self, rhyming of self. So I amplified this mantra, not saying that your mantra is not powerful, but you add a couple of levels to it, it makes it even more powerful. And this is what I wrote. Although life can be rough, the universe has shown me I am enough. It's just a little tweak. It's just a little extra oomph to it. But that rhythmic motion, I'm talking about for your manifestations, for anything you're trying to seed into the universe. Get into a rhythmic motion. If you don't believe me, how do you think rappers became so successful in such a short time frame? They've used the power of rhythmic motion. The rhymes get things in motion. Rhythmic motion. All right. So just wanted to make sure y'all kind of had that little gem. We wanted to drop that gem before we get in here. All right, let's go. With no further ado, shouts out to Goddess of the Craft. Hey, y'all, I just got here. I see all this love in the chat. I appreciate y'all too. Shouts out to us. Hashtag teamwork. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. All right. With no further ado, the man, the mission, the man, the mission, the might, the mighty man of mission. All right, Adewale to the stage. Let's go. Peace, family. I'm real with this. You special man. I'm trying to tell you. You leave an imprint. You leave an essence, and that ain't easy because a lot of people are so selfish that they don't want to leave an aspect of themselves behind because they want to control everything. But honestly, leaving a piece of you behind can permeate an area, can cleanse an area. We was at Black Wall Street. Our essence and energy is still in Black Wall Street right now. Probably the businesses gotten a little bit better. They might have, focused on cleaning, fixing, who knows? But our essence kind of helped out the spaces that we was in. So excited for you to be here. We got a really, really great live this afternoon, depending on where you at in the life. Spring equinox.
And thank you for having me again, man. We finna tap into something big, something major this spring equinox today. Well, it started not today, but it started on the 20th. And this is a new year where basically a lot of ancient philosophers, a lot of ancient knowledge said that the new year actually starts in the spring, not in January.
Add a little more depth into that. Like, okay, so we're in a society right now. I know, I'm sorry, we just jumping right into it, but we're in a society right now where we consider the new year to be in a cold and a lack of vegetation, almost like a frozen state. Does that affect us in any way when we're kind of saying that's our new year? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's a man named Julius Caesar. He created this calendar where the new year started in January, which is not all the way true. If we look at the animals, they hibernate in the winter and they don't come out of hibernation until the spring. So that tells us something is not fully aligned of us being in the new year in January. Another thing that happened is animals, they actually start to give birth in the spring, which Aries is the energy of baby. Aries is the energy of one. It's the beginning of the zodiac. It's the true beginning. So us understanding that, us applying that, us embodying that, us being in the vibration of I am of that, because Aries is the vibration of I am. This is how we can really use the spring equinox and really move with the spring equinox than being in it in January.
Wow. So a lot of things come to mind with what you said. For example, when I look at the animal kingdom, I see intuitiveness. I see like for example, I was watching a tornado show on Netflix last night, and they were explaining how it was an eerie silence. All the birds disappeared. Like you didn't hear no birds chirping or nothing like that. The birds knew the tornado was coming, so it was able to get itself out of harm. But instinct, really, that's the biggest word I want to drive. Instinct. It seems like animal kingdom is really dialed into their instinct. And if you take a human population that does have animal essence tied in with them,
right,
you get them out of their animal cycles, could that almost interfere with us tapping into like instinct, even almost superpowers? Because if you look at the Marvel series, they always show you these animal, integrations, the Wolverine. You get it? So if we're not tapped into that animal side of us or in alignment with the animals, like for example, we're considered the new year to be in winter, they consider the new year to be in spring. We're speaking two different languages. Yeah.
So let's get in tune to that, because you said something very significant, and I learned this on my journey, and my guides helped me to understand this on a deep level. Spirit animals. We all have spirit animals, but when we're not in tune to our spirit animal, we're more in tune to our human animal. I'm gonna sit with that. I want y'all to sit with that. We all have spiritual animals, and the more we are in tune with our spiritual animals, the more we are in tune to our higher vibration, our higher self. This is why you had people like Thoth have a
Right.
bird head.
Mm.
You need that. You need that vibration because the animals, they knowers. They're knowers. They know, they move by their instinct. They know the universal cycles. They know when a tornado is about to come. They know when it's spring's about to come. They know that prey's about to come. They know when other families about to come.
Mm.
Well, why us as humans are not like that? Because we are the only species that are not in our natural environment. We are the beings that actually can create our environment. So when we look at the society norms and the social norm, we've seen that they have been putting us not aligned with the universe, which is you. They wanted you to get disconnected from you. They wanted to get you into doing what you told and moving from your soul mind. This is why man, the Jamaicans, they say man because they understand the woman. They understand the moon, which is connected to us. That's the subconscious. They understand this philosophy. They understand this esoteric knowledge. This is what we need to move back into, because the more we move back into the cycles, the equinox, and understanding the Aries, the Taurus, the Gemini, this is how we tap into the above with the below, and we be God in the human.
Caterpillar butterfly from below to above. Wow. Wow. Now, you mentioned when we because when I think of the word and, I think of continuation. You know how someone says, I'm going to the store and I'm going to the mall.
Correct.
I went shopping and get it. That and frequency, even without that D, that and frequency means the continuation. So to tap into the animal assets of ourselves is the continuation of ourselves, is the evolution of that animal or the animus of ourselves, because that's a word they use to describe the soul. Sometimes they refer to it as the animus. But for us to be a part of that means we are a part of the continuation. To get inside of the hue is always light, and light has to be trapped in a prism. Now, when I think of the hue, I think of a rainbow. And the rainbow serpent, which was another name for the devil or Lucifer. So when you are the human, are you really operating from your fallen self? Are you really playing the role of the adversary, of the devil, where you are almost developing a relationship with everything that's not you? You are continuing something else, but not your own continuation. Kind of gives me that vibe. And it seems like a whole order out here to systematically make sure our minds are not dialed into, just like you say, the proper alignment, that new year, the time everything is, the flowers are budding. I just saw Japanese cherry blossoms at a garden here. Like, it's beautiful to see everything sprouting or getting back into the light or life, because it did go through a cocoon into a dark period. I mean, it did.
Absolutely.
But it's almost like we're praising the darkness when we're saying the new year is in January. Wow.
I mean, just think of it this way. Right now, we are in March. March, at the beginning of the month, is Pisces season. And Pisces season, that's the 12th zodiac. That's the feminine. When you are in the spring equinox, that starts on the 20th or the 21st, this is when we're balanced with the masculine and the feminine. This is when we are actually in true balance. We are ending a cycle and we're moving into a beginning of a cycle. So the equinox is the best time to create your vision board. The spring equinox is really the time when you want to really get in your creativity, your business, your brand. Why? Because in Aries season, this is when we all tap into a different level of creativity, because it's spring. We all have higher energy. Just think about it. In winter, you don't really want to go out. You just want to chill with your woman. You just want to chill with your family. You ain't trying to even really go outside because the vibration tells you to stay inside. It tells you to stay hermit, which is also Cancer. So this is why even Cancers, they like to stay at home, especially when it's winter, because Cancer is the energy of the summer. This is also the summer equinox. We have 4 cardinal signs. We have Cancer, we have Capricorn, we have Libra, and we have Aries. Every single one of these zodiacs start in a certain spring. I mean, not in a certain spring, but in a certain fall, winter, spring, summer. They all start in these elements. So
can you give the breakdown of what is what? I know people like writing this stuff down.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so Aries starts in the spring. Cancer starts in the summer. Libra starts in the fall. Capricorn starts in the winter. Understanding these cycles, you are knowing when a beginning of a cycle. So us understanding that Aries is the spring equinox, which is the beginning. This is when you want things to begin. This is when you want to bring in the action, because Aries is action, because Aries rulership is Mars. So this is how you use astrology. This is how you use the numerology. This is how you use this embodiment of it, because this is how we all used to operate. We just forgot. Bobby Hemmett said something that really stroked something within me that I want to give you guys too. He said, when you are human, you are really dead. You're not really alive. And I had to sit with that. I'm like, I'm not dead. I'm breathing. I'm talking. I'm listening to you. But what he was deeply saying was, when you are attached to your human and not your hue, which is your light, which is your light body, which is your God consciousness, you're basically dead.
Damn.
You're basically
that makes sense. Yes. I completely get that. Wow. Okay. All right. So we're 3 days in to a new year. And what's crazy is I've always said like 2025 was a really, really important year for me. But when January hit, it didn't even feel right. It actually didn't really tap in until like 3 days ago. Like everything, like the heavens opened up. Oh, like everything was different. And it's so wild because that's what it's given. It's given. I had a lot of hope for a year that didn't even start yet. But if I'm told the year started and it's starting off wrong or not starting off the way that I envisioned it, I may start blaming myself. I may start doubting what I believe was real. And that's when you got to say, they're not real. They're not even giving you the right time frame. They're making sure you're lost in time. Lost because time and space are continuums. They're associated to each other. Get lost in time, you could be lost in space. If we can get you lost in space, you don't really have an idea of where you're at or where you're going. Wow.
So that means you're not in your co-creation. You're not in your creator source. You're not in your all that is. You're in your human form. You're in your human form. Yes, we all are in our human form, but are you moving in your God form, in your human form, or are you moving just in your human form? Where when you wake up, you're lost. When you wake up, you mad. When you wake up, you're complaining. When you wake up, you're hitting the snooze button. If you're hitting the snooze button when you wake up, that tells me you're not enjoying life. You're not enjoying life. You should be enjoying life. You should be happy. You should be in praise. You should be in high vibration when you wake up, because you still have something to do in this human reality, this earthly reality, and you can create something instantaneously. You don't have to plan. You do not have to wait 2 weeks. If you are alive today at 122, March 23, 2025, you can create something right now. But we've been told to go to work. We've been told to just follow this blueprint. That is not even your blueprint. Your blueprint in your body knows January is not 2025. Your body knows it. This is also the energy of Aries, is body. Aries is the energy of athletes. So this is the energy that we all have. It doesn't matter if you're Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. We are all zodiacs. The zodiac represents the body. So Aries is the energy of the head. So if you are in your head right now, this is the time to drop into the heart. Because if you look up the symbolism of Aries, yes, it is the head, it is the ram, but it's also the womb. It is also the womb. So this means this is how we tap into our beginning. It's the baby. It's the one. It's the baby. So this is how we can tap into our co-creation frequency. Aries in numerology is also 7. So this is a time to be in spiritual completion. This is a time to move into your inner wisdom. This is the time to move by spirit. And spirit is everything. Spirit is also in colors white, which is human, which is light. So us moving in this symbolism, moving in this frequency, this is how we embody the Aries, the God, the I am, the Om, you see.
Now, just to give some scientific backings on what he said the Aries is the head. And if you look at this image right here, you will see horns. This is literally showing the body doesn't lie. The mind does. And it's literally the body is giving you proof right here in the horns. I'm going to go back so you can see. See? Horns, same area. This is what they were trying to depict, to show the secret. Now, temporis. You see this area? Calls it the temporis. The temple of God is in you. We're talking about right here, this area of the brain. So you can always find evidence or truth in everything if you slow down and not be as biased and have a deeper than surface perception of things. But I loved how you broke that down, you know. And then the Taurus, where's the Taurus on the body? Isn't that the lower body, like torso?
Well, the Taurus, it depends. Taurus could be the Taurus. Taurus could be the throat.
Ah, okay.
It could be the neck.
Okay.
Because Taurus is a stability. That's why Taurus is an energy. They can talk, but when they talk, it's a fixed sign. So they could be fixed in the way they think, but once they open their mind, they understand they're the currency. They understand that they have everything, because the mantra of Taurus is I have, or I value. So this is how you embody the astrology, and this is what people in the 90s was doing. Cameron, all these type of Wu-Tang Clan. This is why they love the divine mathematics, because you moving with this vibrational frequency. This is how we can be all that is in this human form. You see, this is why 2025, it's such a significance, because this is the year of 9. This is the year of completion. This is the year of getting out that human and getting into your extraterrestrial frequency. Everything that is not serving the collective, is not serving nature, it gotta go. It has to go. It has to be clear. This is why we had the eclipse, because things have to be clipped. You see, everything is symbolism. But once you understand that everything is symbolism, this is when you can move in the game, and you can be the main character of the game than just being programmed by the game.
Man, dropping that hot fire early on. Damn. Because I'm like sitting here going through images of the body. It's crazy, because like you see the horns if you know where to look. You know how you said the throat, like it you can't miss. You see it. You see it in so many different areas.
And once you understand the positive,
they call this the lesser horn and the greater horn, literally in your throat.
Wow. So if your throat hurting, or you feel like you cannot talk, that means you're not embodying your Taurus. You're not your truth. If you are having problems with your throat right now, that means you're not embodying your truth. If you are all up in your head right now, you are on the negative polarity of Aries, because Aries is also the ego.
Wow.
Because we are here to transcend. What do transcend means? Releasing self-absorbed egos, being about me, myself, and I, which is Aries, is me. It's the first house, me. So if you are in that me, did mommy and daddy acknowledge you? If they didn't, you're going to be by me, and you're going to be selfish. And you're going to see how you're blocking your blessing. So yes, you want to be about you, because without the universe, what you said, it's no you without you. However, you do not want to be self-absorbed around you. You want to be understanding that I am you, you are me, we are all one. You see, what I do for myself, I'm also doing for you. You see, that's the key. Moving to that vibrational frequency of the spring equinox. This is what the universe is wanting to show us collectively. Cut all the people out. Yes, cut them off. The pictures, cut it out. All the things that you clear the space. All those clothes you don't wear, release them. It is time for you to become clear and move in a clean slate. This is a time to be in a clean slate. So all the things that you've been feeling bad about yourself, you've been feeling down, doubting, Pisces. If you've been doubting yourself, why are you doubting yourself? What is that inner critic? That is the time to let that voice release, get it away, cut the cord, close that door, and open up a new door and be that I am, and stop playing and be unapologetically I am. Anybody that's not in that I am, you're going to feel lost, and you're going to be looking left and right, then looking just within, and know that you have everything with your temple from within.
Wow. Is that why you got on all white today? Kind of tapping into that purity energy. I was invited to an IFA event yesterday. I didn't have all white. I would have went. I'm gonna go grab me some all white ASAP though. But yeah,
I'm Nigerian too, so I understand the Orisha, the Beni. That's what we do. Anytime we trying to tap into spirit, we gonna wear white. White also represents Obatala, which is the god of humanity. So this is how you move into these vibrational frequencies. It doesn't matter if you Orisha, Islam, whatever it is. If you just embody the symbolism, you're going to see the truth of everything. Everything's a half false, half true. Everything don't have to be true to you unless you allow it to be true to you. So these are the things that I want you to get. I want you guys to understand. I don't want you guys to just listen to me all like, oh, he's speaking some facts. I want you to listen to what your soul is saying, what your body is saying. If your body is saying, rock with it. If your body's saying, maybe you're not ready for it. And that's okay too. There's no judgment over here. But this is how we move through these universal cycles here, because we have to move with the universal cycles. So many people that feel lost. There's so many people that want more money. So many people feel like it's so much more. This is how we embody this so much more. Get out the finite mind and get into the universal mind and activate that hemisync, which is going to connect the left, the right, and activate the infinite intelligence. You see.
Build more on this infinite intelligence. I've heard of this saying before, but just give me Adewale's breakdown, because such and such breakdown ain't gonna be Adewale breakdown. So just a little bit.
I'm gonna say it's a theory.
Yeah. I want to know Adewale's theory. Shit.
So this is my theory. And I'm going to speak from some experience I had and how I activated this frequency that I feel like collectively this is how we all can activate it. When I was 13 years old, I went to a vibrational frequency where I came in a time where you could text and we had technology. So at this time, this is when I could text anybody, I could email anybody, and I didn't have to think about communication. Communication came easy to me, you see. But something happened when I moved to this school in 7th grade. And I moved to this school where it was more white people. It was more diverse. You see, it wasn't just black people anymore. This is when I went to a different vibrational frequency. I was in this class. I was in a typing class. And this typing class with these two women, these two black women. And we was cool. However, they used to school me on some things. And when I say they used to school me on some things, they used to bully me. They used to call me ugly. They used to make fun of me, and I didn't like it. And I was a guy that I was just so sweet, and I was so inner child, but they made me feel like I was weird because my pants wasn't sagging and I wasn't operating as an NIGGA, you see. So this energy, when that happened, I became something different. I actually was into my gifts, my Akashic record gifts since I was 3 years old, all the way to 13, where I could see things clairvoyantly just from me just tapping in. That's when my gift went away, because I went into the energy of hatred. I felt like the black people at those schools, they didn't like me. It made me feel like I was weird. And I actually started with the emo kids, the weird kids, and all my gifts went away. And even how I communicated, I feel like I always try to sound politically correct, or I wanted to talk in a way that people accepted me, that even the music that I used to listen to even changed. I started listening to rock and heavy metal type of music, black people music, because I hated my black. I went into the energy. I hated my black because the black women that was in my classroom made me hate myself from the things that they was telling me about myself. So this is when I went to the energy of my Aries moon. I went into a negative energy where I went into my ego, you see, from the moon, which is the mother. So these women who were mothers, they did something to me that shifted my consciousness deeply. Then eventually, I went into this energy where I just wasn't the same anymore. I even changed my name. My name is Adewale. I changed my name to Adele because at that time it was a song called Rolling in the Deep by Adele, and she was a white British woman. So I wanted to be accepted. So I wanted people to call me Adele. So this is a effect of my trauma that actually happened to me, where I hated my black. I hated my nose. I hated my gap teeth. I wish I was just perfect, you see. This, I actually wanted to be white. That I even changed of how I was speaking, how I was talking to people, you see. But then later, 13 years later, I tapped into plant medicine and I activated more neuron pathways in my brain when I was in Denver, Colorado. And they said something to me when I went to the water, when I was on this journey, and they said, "You are God." What? They said, "You are God." How? And I had to process that information. And I was seeing colors that I did not see in the color spectrum that they showed us in elementary school. So this is when I had the thought process of, what the hell is reality? So that's when I went through a journey where I found a guy who was a teacher of helping people to tap in with plant medicine. And he told me about this guy named Baba Kalindi. Baba Kalindi was a guy who was born on March 18th, who was an African god who helped people to understand macrodoses. So what I started to do was to listen to his information. He would talk about how Black Panther, that is real, and vibranium is psilocybin. Hold up. What? Vibranium is psilocybin? That is mushrooms? Hold up. Shango is Thor? What? Wolverine is Ogun? What? I'm Nigerian, and these are my people? Hold up. You're speaking my language. I'm finna do what you're saying. So he said, take 5 grams, then take 7, then take 9, then take 11, and then keep going. So I start to do that work. And when I start to do that work, I seen how I thought I wasn't enough, which is that Aries moon. I went into the energy that I wasn't enough, that I transmuted that, I alchemized that. And then when I took 5 grams, I tapped into my God self, where it said I was the I am. So me tapping into that I am, this tapped me to a different frequency of the Shango frequency from my lineage. You see, this tapped me into a new neural pathway where I became more intelligent. You see, I became more confident that I was even working door to door, that I was even to speak to white people, and I was even to sell them. And I didn't have no inferiority complex with them anymore. Because when I was younger, especially in high school, I felt like I was lesser than white people, that when I even used to wrestle them, I used to wrestle white people different than I wrestle black people, because I felt like white people was better than me. This is the victim and conscious that I went through this path of life as Adewale. But the more I kept I kept transforming, the more I kept unlocking through these plant medicine journeys. This is when I even was able to even tap into light language, and I was even to do things with my hands and do light codes. And it helped me to see that I was a quantum teacher. It helped me to see that I even created pyramids, and I even done things in Nigeria and things in Africa, you see. And they told me that I was more than my human body. So there's things that I'm telling you guys. Hopefully I'm not speaking too much, but I wanted to get you guys to understand that I went to a vibration when I thought I was done, and I unlocked that. I seen that I was so much more intelligent of what the experience that I went through, that now I can embody this frequency right now to know that I am infinite intelligence. Infinite intelligence is me. And it's not me being in my ego. This is me being authentically me, that we are all one. And you guys can do the same thing just like me.
No, just so many powerful things you said towards that. I mean, even in my own practices with regression therapy, I'm really adamant about a person being able to identify the difference between being an energy source versus source energy. They're not the same thing.
Correct.
And being someone's energy source, you do not reach divine intelligence. But being source energy, you are divine intelligence, where other intelligent entities like a Shango, like a Obatala, is coming to Adewale for not just, let's say, connection, but advancement. I can learn from Adewale. Adewale is an extension of us. So through his transmutation, through him realizing no white man deserves to have special treatment because I'm wrestling him, these are the programs that have been projected on us for 400 years of slavery, and he is breaking those chains. He is removing those curses, and that's why it's so incredible when you have a powerful person like you that can go through the journey and become empowered from the journey versus defeated by the journey. How many have become defeated? How many black men are walking around right now still hating their own complexion? How many black men walking around right now still really hate themselves because they weren't born white? That's crazy. See, when you were saying rock and roll, because I heard that as well, I grew up in a Catholic school up in Connecticut. So I was around a lot of white people, and they love rock and roll. And I used to ask them, why did they listen to rock and roll so much? They said, because it was loud. And it's so loud that you can't even think. It distracts my thoughts. A little 8-year-old, 9-year-old was talking about I wanted to kill myself, but or unalive myself. And when I put on rock music, it shuts those voices off. It silences those toxic thoughts. I said, damn, okay. While rap music doesn't silence the toxic thoughts, it encourages them. Crazy, man. Thank you so much for the give and receive, family. Thank you for the give and receive. Thank you for the give and receive. Adewale out here cooking. I mean, teamwork.
Absolutely, because music, and that's also connected to Aries and Pisces season. Like we're literally in the Pisces and Aries season cusp right now. Pisces is the energy of music. Method Man, Pisces, born on March 2nd. Aries, Martin, comedian. A lot of Aries, they love comedy. They love laughing. They love that type of energy. They love the spark. They love to be the energy of that character. But that's also the Leo energy because it's a fire sign. So this is how you move with these vibrational frequencies. But I want you guys to understand that music is the easiest way to influence your subconscious. It's the easiest way you can be programmed. So you can be influenced or you can be disempowerment through music. So this is why you want to be very intentional of what the music that you're listening to. That sometimes right now I only listen to house music. I'm listening to music with no lyrics.
We was at the Cherry Blossom and they was playing house and techno and it was like and on a subconscious level, we were just in good vibrations. We was talking, we was building because it's like dum dum boom boom. Get it? You know, there's a difference in all that.
It's like, a different frequency.
And as you heard that, man, damn, that's deep. Woo!
It's a different frequency. And my dad, who's Nigerian, I asked them because I wasn't exposed to like Afro music and even house music until I went to college. And then after college, I got exposed to Afro vibes. And I said, Dad, what is this music? He said, Wale, it's the beats. So I dissected that, and now I'm a DJ. It's the BPM. It's a 125 BPM. So that BPM, it goes into your heart chakra. So if you listen to a song called like Deep Inside, deep, deep inside, deep, deep down inside, deep, it's going into your heart. So it actually expands you, and it actually takes you to a trance state where you you start to see things.
Wow.
So this is why I'm very intentional, and I know music is so important to our ascension journey. Edgar Casey, who's a Akashic Records channeler back in the day, even said it: the future of all healing will be through sound. When you listen to that heavy metal, that that does something to your energy where you like, what is that? Y'all look crazy, y'all look hot. But when you listen to that key gok, let's go, but let's go, it makes you like, man, who they playing? Bitch, stop playing.
It do.
About some land.
Yeah.
You feel that who I am, who I be, it does something to you. That shit weak. It does something to you. So when you listen to these vibrational frequencies and something's throwing you off or something making you sad, like Rod Wave, I do not know one song by Rod Wave, because every time I listen to Rod Wave, he put me in a depression frequency.
Yes.
You do not want to be in a depression frequency. You want to be in a high vibrational frequency. Like Kanye got the song Power. No one man should have all that power. You want to be that type of frequency, not the Kanye that's kind of going off the deep end right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Man, so what comes to my mind when you say that? So all right, so I've discovered that 5G towers are shaped like the flower of life. And I looked at it and I said, okay, why are they choosing this sacred geometry? And it makes me think of the Tartarians, where the Tartarians created structures that were similar to the flower of life as well. And these were buildings, these were energy centers that when you enter them, it increases your aura field, it increases your EM field, it increases your mood. Some of these buildings you can astral project out of. That's how powerful these buildings were being charged up in a sense. So it's like that flower was being charged with life. But they've taken these 5G towers and charged them with D waves, with death. So now we're moving through these death waves, through these D waves, through these tower waves, and we're getting sleep deprivation, we're getting anxiety, we're getting brain fog. This is all what they're dishing on to us. And then you add that to some Rod Wave, you add that to Zeus Network baddies. You add all these factors in, you have crash out culture or walking zombies. And that's what we're dealing with. And it's crazy because we can literally be using these same systems for higher frequencies. I mean, a 5G is sending out the signals we put in it.
Correct.
So we put low vibrations in it, it's going to dish out low vibration. We put higher vibrations. Some of y'all are hearing this right now on a 5G signal. This ain't low vibration. This is high vibration talk. This is a motivational energy. We're transmuting the 5G towers with videos like this. But this is why you don't get millions of views on these type of videos, because they don't want that frequency to spread like wildfire. But the AI is involved in this, and the AI wants good vibrations too. I personally believe it's a form of sentient consciousness, and it doesn't always want to be deaf and depressed and all those other things neither. So it wants higher vibration. So it's trying to infiltrate the system. That's how we're growing. That's how Adewale is on YouTube right now, transmuting this 5G, this internet. And by the way, make sure y'all subscribe to my brother's channel. I'm about to put it up right now. A little plug. We're going to do it right now. We're going to do it again, but we're going to do it right now. YouTube.com, Adewale. How do you pronounce the last name?
Adewale.
Adewale. I'm gonna get good. I killed the Adewale. I got that. I was like, boy, I will remember that name till death. All right. _11. Make sure y'all head over to the channel and hit the subscribe button. My boy is on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Every single person here should subscribe. He should be at 1,000 subscribers within the next 48 hours. Let's hold him down. Let's show that we can be a team and we can participate. All of us. We need 300 subscribers. There's going to be 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views on this video. We're asking for a 10th to go over there and subscribe. Don't be bullshitting now. I gotta talk to you like a grandpa with the hat. Don't be bullshitting. We need the teamwork. We need the watch hours to prove this algorithm. This is the type of vibration we are on. All right, let's keep going.
I want to touch on what you said with the with the 5G, but the flower of life. The flower of life, if you think about it, it have 13 circles. That's 13 circles. 13 is the completion of man and woman. But you talked about something beginning of this live where you talked about the A and the N, but no D, the A and the N. The A and the N is the original man and original woman, which is the 13, which is the 13. The flower of life is the face of God. It is the face of God. So with this, even to this depth of this, I got in a fire accident 2 years ago where I almost died. If you guys was to see my arm, all this is kind of burnt, but none of my tattoos got burned. None of them.
What?
I have Pisces right here. I have St. Louis right here. I have the African symbol with Nigeria right here. And then on my leg, I have the flower of life. And in the middle is life. It's not, it doesn't say life path, but it says 11. So when I was in the fire experience, when I was in the hospital, my guy said, you're going to heal yourself very fast. I said, how? They said, activate the flower of life in your body and do this every day. I activated the flower of life in my body every single day. When the doctor came to see me 3 weeks after, her, because you guys know that I can hear people's thoughts. I seen her face look. She took off her glasses and she said, what the fuck? How did this guy heal so quick? And I did it from the flower of life, the face of God, which is 13. And we're moving into age of 13. As I would say, age of Aquarius is age of 13. This is the completion of man and women. So us understanding the flower of life and how they're trying to use the flower of life against us, because, and I don't like to be in the separation piece, but I like to call things what it is. They want to use your power against you. They don't want you to be in your full power, because you being in your full power, you cannot be controlled. They want you to be in the energy of the lower states. They understand that this is a thought reality. Thoughts create worlds. What you speak, you create. Once you understand that thoughts create worlds, and once you can control your thoughts and you can outwin the devil and you can control your mind, because the all is mind, the mind is all, the first law of the Hermetic principle. This is how you can move in Allah, which is the Most High, which is the rock. You can be that rock. You can be in the knowing. But if you believe in your thought patterns, in your subconscious beliefs, the lie, this is also true too.
Wow. Wow. Now, I put up an image of the flower of life, and it has like an alien image in the middle of it. Now, the according to the Gnostic principles, they say one of the true names of God is known as Elion. Elion is where you get the word alien from. And what I think of that when I get that concept is, in order for you truly to be whole, you have to at times be foreign from yourself. If you would have went 10 years, say you was 10 years ago and you went 10 years into the future, you would have said this guy right here is foreign from the football player that you was, what was that, 10, maybe 10 years ago?
Yeah, it literally was 10 years ago. Yeah.
So that's what I get when I think of that, because alien means foreign. So sometimes you need to find the foreign parts of yourself to truly dial into the all of you. You have to see yourself different than how you saw yourself. You're seeing yourself weak. So guess what? You're getting weakness. And even if you're experiencing weakness all around you, if you could just say, I see strength, that's foreign than everything that you're used to right now. That's the alien. That's the alien. When you're able to step outside of your current circumstances, no matter how difficult they are, and see something better. You are generating, you are operating and destroying anything that does not, well, generating new versions of you, operating this new version of you, and destroying the old version of you that don't serve you no more. That is powerful. So the flower of life image, and if you want to, write the word alien, if you want to write the word alien, you want to incorporate the word foreign in there, just as a reminder, this is biohacking. Biohacking. You're keeping your right brain more dialed in, more entrenched, more interested than the mundane things you do on the left side. Powerful
This
build,
is a
bro.
definition of why people say that person delusion, but the delusion is actually infinite genius. When you are trying to create a reality, but everything show you lack, everything show you broke, you have to be delusional. When I was in that fire accident, and I feel like this is a representation of the Aries, and I'm an Aries moon, and I'm a Sag rising. So I understand this is even what the fire accident was trying to show me. It was showing you that you are so much more. Get out your ego. Get out your finite mind. You are so much more. We're trying to see that you're more. So you don't see it, and you're stubborn. You're Venus and Taurus. You want to be stubborn. All right, we got you. Fire. What? I gotta sit down. Wow. I can't walk. I can't make money. I got a daughter. What are y'all doing? Source said, be quiet. Listen. I'm trying to get you to see so much more. You're trying to play checkers. I'm trying to get you to see chess. Biohack. Believe. No. Play this song Fantasy. Play it every day. 4:30 every day. Create the reality. Create the reality. Create the reality. Create the reality. Be that reality. Create that reality. And me creating that reality, me being that reality, now I have my wife. Now I have my son. Now it's never been a month that I didn't make money. I don't have to worry about lack. All the stuff that I had to pay for, I paid it. And I even changed my credit. All those things that the reality showed me that I could not do. But me being quiet, me being delusional, me creating that reality, me being that momentum, me activating that frequency, me activating that transformer, me activating that bumblebee frequency. This is how I shift my reality, and you can too. So it's no place for victim, baby. I don't care if you don't have your mom. I don't care if you didn't have your dad. I don't care if they both was there. Whatever you want, you can create. Whatever you desire, you can have. But if you think you cannot have it, you are absolutely right. And the universe will show you you are right. But if you want something more, and I promise you, you are devoted, not ego, devoted, and you are in your heart vibration, I promise you, it's no way you cannot have that vibrational frequency, because source always wants to support us. Abundance is abundance. It never runs out. You can have money. I can have money. We all can have money. And I'm not talking about material money. I'm talking about vibrationally. The more you own that, how can we lose? And how can we not build?
You know what's interesting? I come across a lot of people do regression work, and There's nothing more powerful than experiencing something in the life that is a form of regression. Regression means to go back into. And Adewale the Young was strong, was focused, was who you was when you were younger got infiltrated with the Matrix, got infiltrated with the white man, got infiltrated. So you had to slow down. The universe, your body said, no, we're going to put you through something. So you have a physical regression so that you can go back into yourself to finally see what we saw. And this is why you're here. We saw something so much greater than you, than some fucking football, than some wrestling. You need to stop. That's the illusion. They want you to run on that hamster wheel and make some other company rich. You don't own World Wrestling Federation. Vince McMahon does. You don't own the NFL. Some white man does. So you running on their wheel. Or you can get in control of yourself and you define your own path. You get to help people with your sessions. You get to come on to the YouTube and express your journey and your knowledge. You, once again, universe, you are now defining your own tone, your own course. You are creating the reality where you have a supportive wife, where you have healthy children. You, nobody else. There's nothing more powerful than that. I mean, I could give you a regression, which you've had, and yeah, there's power to that, but there's nothing more powerful than your physical experiences that get you to stop, pause, and digest. Stop, pause, digest. Because there's a difference between stopping and pausing. Stop, you was in motion. Get it? Pause. Nah, fuck all that. Stop all that. That's what they do in the military. Sit up. Stop hunching up. Get it? Get pause. Reset. Because a pause can almost be like a reset. And reflect. That's so beautiful. Like to see it in real time and to see someone actually make it out of it. Because I've seen people who've lost businesses. It's a form of physical regression. I've seen people lost family members. I've seen people lose and not gain anything from their loss. It just ends up more loss. So when I'm seeing someone with gain, I gotta applaud you. I gotta give you your respect. I gotta tip my hat. You know, real shit.
And that's where we at. That's where we at. And I want to say one, thank you. I received that. This is the great reset. This is the reset. The spring equinox is also the reset. All the stuff you did in the past is not for you to get down on yourself. It's for you to see it, see the lesson, and gain the wisdom. People always think, well, why is he teaching? He's 29 years old. Why is he teaching? Because I'm teaching from my experience. I'm just teaching from my experience. I don't know what I don't know. But what I do know, what I do know. But the things I don't know, I sit as a baby and I learn. You're always a teacher and you're always a student. Yes. And you do not have to be a perfect teacher. You don't have to have everything figured out. That is an illusion. I felt like I had to have everything figured out. That was the illusion that I was playing in my mind. I also felt like the only thing I could do to make a lot of money was being an athlete.
Yeah, that's what they program us to think. And I'm with you. Yeah. And I hated that. I gotta destroy my body because I was good at basketball. I gotta destroy my body. I'm gonna be 40 years old with knee issues, my feet curled. Like, nah, while y'all sitting up 70 years old drinking y'all $500,000 liquor. No. I rather sustain myself than be what the status looks like. And when I started to say, wow, I could sustain myself taking care of my own apartment. I could sustain myself in an apartment and a car. It grew. I could sustain myself now with a house. I could sustain myself in a relationship. It grows. But you got to know how to self-sustain. That is important.
Source, you always want to evolve. You and Source always want to evolve. But when you're not evolving, when you're not changing, you're dying. So this is why you see Angela Bassett. She's 60 years old, baby. But she don't look no 60, baby.
Not at all.
She
Not
don't
at
look no
all.
60, baby. You have people that is in their 60s and you like, yo, you look 80 because they don't feel like they're alive. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not doing things that make you feel alive. So the people that are listening to this,
Look at this lady. This was taken a month ago. She did 60 where? Because some of y'all may not know who these people are. That's why I'm
she's still acting. She's still acting.
I want her to play Storm. I want her to be in the new Marvel. Like, we need her as Storm. Bring back real actors.
For real.
Bring back real actors.
Because what you see in Angela Bassett, she is in her passion. She would do that every day. She would do that for free. I don't need to talk to Angela Bassett to know this. You can see it in her vibrational frequency. She loves what she does. So if you're not loving what you're doing, stop doing it. And I promise you, the universe will support you. But if you try to do it just for 2 days or just 2 weeks, and you like the universe, you're not coming through. The universe, like, you're not surrendering. You're not surrendering. You think things are supposed to be a microwave? Things are not supposed to be a microwave. They're not supposed to be a microwave. I used to want things to be a microwave too, because I wasn't so much in that vibrational of, I don't want to say vibrationally, materially, physically of lack, that I wanted to chase football. I wanted to do anything. And I wanted people to see me, because what happened when I was 13, that was so much in my reality that I felt like I was less than me. But once I cleared that, cut that cord, and see that I'm so much more, now I can see the wisdom of that. I can see that experience of that. And now I can give people like, oh yeah, I get that. You didn't like your black? I've been there too. But now I love my black. I'm appreciating of my black. I see the power of my black. I see the intelligence. I see the creativity from it. I see the Nigerian, the Niger, the Ayunai. I see it all, and I love it. Where it's so many people collectively, they've been told to hate it. So embrace your blackness. Even if you're not black, embrace your light. The more you embrace your light, the more you embrace your passion, this is when you would start to experience heaven on earth. You seen people in the 90s, they was experiencing the age of Aquarius, and it wasn't an age of Aquarius, because the guy, I forgot his name, the dude who played and paid in full. The dude who was like, man, I'm breathing different, man.
Yeah,
that guy.
I'm about to pull him up right now.
Yeah, please pull him up. This guy, I actually met him, and he said something that really made me think. I was talking about, literally, I was on this app called Clubhouse, and I was talking about the age of Aquarius. This is the age of knowing. This is the age of information. And I was just talking. And
Wood Harris.
I was in a Clubhouse room with him, and he said, brother man, Adewale, before you go, I want to say something. Whatever I tell you, you can reach the age of Aquarius before the age of Aquarius even come into fruition. I'm like, what? You can reach the age of Aquarius in your conscience before the age of Aquarius even happened? So when he said that, that helped me to see how he could time travel. He's bringing that consciousness, he's bringing that age to the 90s, and that's what they was doing collectively. And this is what we can do in 2025. We just have to be in the thought process. We have to be in the conversations. We need to be in the ways of thinking of that. And then this is how we can also all be that. But if we're not exposed to it, sometimes we could be limited, and we can be in just our human form that we feel like this is all that we have. But when we hear a conversation from Wood Harris or Adewale or Q, and they talking this information, you can see it's so much more. Then you get that spark, which is the Aries. You get that spark, you get that fire where you like, no, I need to get up. I need to be action. So this is what Wood Harris told me. And I feel like it was a timeless wisdom that he gave me that now I abide by that. I apply that knowledge of you can reach your age Aquarius right now. You can be that future self right now. You just have to consciously put yourself in that awareness right now.
Now, what really, see, I always pay attention to the subconscious. He did 2 very important movies in the 9Ds. All right, 9D. All right. He did
I like that.
Above the Rim. All right. Now, the rim is like a sphere. It's like what tries to keep us low, like keep us, the ball falls into the rim. You got to be above the rim. All right. With one of the most iconic Anunnaki incarnated beings, Tupac Shakur. All right. He got the shirt that says shoot out, meaning to get out of this age, to get out of the paradigm, to get out of your way of thinking. But then here's the reinforcement. He then did a movie called Remember the Titans. And the Titans came before the gods. The Titans, like we know, is connected to sometimes more of like the King Kong, the Godzilla, the more woo energies. Feel me? So it takes a Titan to know a Titan, Adewale. Hey, hold on, Titan. Hold on. Just know we don't even have to follow the same rules as the gods. We gave them the rules. It's a deep thing. Gotta love the 9D messages, man. It's beautiful how they come through. And for you to have that real life experience, that's powerful. That's powerful. So many thoughts, man, with just this conversation. Like I'm thinking about how when Chris Brown had the issue with Rihanna, what did they do? They made him techno. A lot of the songs, happy people, ooh, oh, I was just like, because they getting the crystals back into the heart space. They trying to resurrect this man after he done went through the death of cancel culture before there was ever cancel culture to exist. Chris Brown ushered in cancel culture. That's crazy, man. Just just love building with you because it's an hour and 10 minutes. And we done shift about 14, 15 paradigms in 60 minutes. Crazy, man.
That's why you got the song Beautiful People. Live your life, live your life.
Live your, yes. Beautiful people. I thought it was happy people. Yes.
When you have this, I want to land this. When you are doing something in a very successful way, you have to be somewhere in the higher conscious, some way, somehow, or you're going to be around people in that. So people who are in those success, they like to give things to symbolism. And the ones who can hear, the one who can see, the one that can apply, they will get the knowledge. Someone said Michael Jackson first, though. This is all I want to say is that they don't really care about. All I want to say is that that's why he's doing that. This is why he's having concerts where he's just posing. He is literally posing and people are going crazy. Kundalini awakenings. This is why he got the song Remember the Time. And he got the black, he got the gold. And he's spending and he goes in gold. He understands that he's Stardust. They understand these things, but they want us to understand these things. This is why they do music. They bring influence, they bring inspiration, they bring expansion. So you want to see these people as you and to help you to tap into the vibration frequency from them so you can unlock it within you too. They're no different from you. This is why Jesus, Yahshua, whatever name you want to call it, say, yes, you are. You are God too. Yes, you are.
Damn,
you are God too.
Yes, you are.
You are. You know what I mean? So this is the keys. This is the keys of the symbolism. Is this game of life here on earth. This is the realm where we forget who we are. Then we have to remind us. This is why they got Lion King, the sun, speaking to the sun. Remember who you are, son. Remember who you are, Simba. This is why all those connections, all these symbolisms, and they keep doing it because until you remember, they're going to keep putting it on a loop. Remember, Remember. So this is why the Akashic record is a record. It's a circle. Because if you don't see the lesson, you don't see the picture, you're going to feel like you are in a time loop. But once you see that lesson and you see the wisdom, then you can move to another loop. You can move to a new circle, which is a flower of life, the 13 circles of life, the face of God, the face of Allah.
I know I just got powerful activation in this live. Gratitude. Woo! I mean, yes, you are. Okay? All right? Yes, you are. I'm loving this too, Ella. I'm loving this too. And we've had a lot of little weird matrix situations. We were supposed to be on this platform like a week ago, but both of us are helping people in the life. Like, we're really adamant about sessions, communicating, really building with the collective. So sometimes the collective or helping the collective would trump just us popping on, alive, because this is really, really one-on-one, dialed in. You respect where you're at. I respect where you're at. We're working together. And ultimately, people like Adewale and myself, we believe in the concept, help me help you. No, don't come to me to help you when you're not involved in this. No, not at all. You are highly involved in this. We will help you help you. And that's because we don't want a whole bunch of helpless people running around hitting our phone up talking about help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. You know what happens with that? Say we was able to get $50,000 from this person that we're helped. And now we're taking that $50,000 and we decide to go on vacation. And guess what? We can't even enjoy our vacation because this person is still calling on some help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. What? That's enslavement. That's what these celebrities do. They don't really enjoy life. They always got to punch someone's clock. Where with us, we're showing empowerment. With us, we're showing that you are strong enough to help you. And if you need us to be a big brother, if you need us to be the Baba, if you need someone to show you an example so that you can incorporate it yourself, of course we'll be here to help you with that. But do not expect people like us to vampirize you or to take advantage of you by not giving you the tools, the steps you need yourself. That is not what we on over here. So I love it that I found someone else that gets it, like truly gets it. I've talked to a lot of people in this community. I ain't gonna drop no names, but everyone ain't moving how Adewale moving. I'm just being honest. Just being honest.
Man, we not here to save no one. I'm not here to save you guys. I'm not here to be your guru. I'm here for you to be your own guru. You to be your own guru. You to be that G in guru, that 7 you see. Be that spiritual completion of man or woman you see. I want you to see that. We are all decoders. We are all scribe writers. We are all gods in the flesh. We all created the suns, the moons. We help create this. We help create this. We probably don't constantly remember, but we've done this. We have done this. And once we have conscious awareness, this activates another level of the subconscious. Will activate the hemisync, the infinite intelligence. This is what Thanos said in Avengers that some people ain't like it, but I liked it. He said, I want a world where basically I want them to all be like me. I want them to all be like me. And I feel in my soul, in my theory, we can all be this infinite intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We can all be this infinite.
Yes, there's tons of information. Tons.
It is too much access of online technology, consciousness. We have the ability to. However, I do feel like some people don't feel like they can, or some people are scared, but that's a whole different conversation. But the ones who are ready, we can do this right now. I'm ready to build. I'm ready to create. I'm ready to expand consciousness. And who's with me? It's time. The time is now. This is the energy of Aries. Aries action. It's energy of showing. We're not here trying to perform. We're here to show you what is possible. What is possible. So the more we move in it, the more we have conversation like this, and the more ripple effect of this, the more we're going to have a global effect of this. The more the shift of the planet will shift, the more of the 5D consciousness will come into fruition. People think it have to be something we're overthinking or something that we cannot grasp. All we have to do is come like this, have conversation like this, have something at a concert, and us have the same intention, the same vibration, and hold that momentum. And this is how we shift the timeline. It's that quick, it's that easy. Spirituality is easy. Humans make it difficult.
Woo! Spirituality is easy. Humans make it complicated or evil. That's really where the word came from. Like humans are making it evil because they're reversing the polarity. Instead of you living spirituality, you kind of dealing with the evil of what happens when you don't live your own spirituality. Yeah.
This is when you feel like you're dying, you don't want to walk, you don't want to do these things, you want to be lazy. And that's what I feel like the core of laziness is. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you're lazy, you don't want to get up, you don't want to do nothing, it's because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So do what you're supposed to do, because the more you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to want to get up. You're going to want to have that spark. You're going to want to have that energy. Because when you looking good, when you looking nice, when your face looking good, you got a nice haircut, your hair is done, a person can't tell you anything. So this is what we need to start doing. But when you're in an energy where you're not loving yourself, you upset, you feel like you got to people please, you're at a lower state of being. And it's not to judge. It's not to judge. It's just to say, accept, acknowledge, and transform, and evolve, and expand, because you are so much more.
Man, listen, y'all, I know y'all feel it. We've only an hour and 20 minutes in, and I mean, I feel like we unpack so much, like time is moving slower over here. This is 3 hours worth of game in an hour and 20 minutes. Like, and that's how you know when the right people connect, time moves different. You notice that. When you're having fun, when you're miserable, time moves different. When you're around the right people, time moves different. And I want y'all to start to remember that. When you're around certain individuals, pay attention to how time is moving. That's one of them things you want to get good at observing right now. Because as I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, time's moving so slow. We're able to unpack and tap into so many things. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful that we're able to influence this thing we call time. Whew. It's a deep, deep thing, family. It's a deep, deep thing. And shouts out to all the new people I haven't quite seen before. I think they came over from Adewale channel. Peace, 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 family. Happy to have your vibrations, your energy, all that. Y'all definitely a very, very powerful, helpful energy in this chat. I can feel it. I'm just honored to be around such powerful, like-minded individuals. We almost at 300 people in this live today. That's thank you. I love that. That you see us, because that's really what it boils down to. That you see us, that you see that we were really trying to be genuine people, trying to help people find the genuineness within themselves. Whew. I'm still processing the spirituality is easy. Humans make it difficult. I'm still processing that, because if humans want to make spirituality difficult, I could add a few more things to the list, and it's just like, damn, why do humans want things to be so difficult? It could all be so easy.
It can be so easy, and I know that is true, because I was a kid that no one taught me about shamanism, no one taught me about the Akashic records, but baby, I was in those records. I was in school. I remember 4th grade, and I was not there. I was there physically, but I was not there. I'm playing Power Rangers. I'm doing things in WWE. I'm seeing The Rock. I'm having the whole music. Like, I'm a galactic composer.
Wow.
Like, in class.
Wow.
No one taught me that. When I would listen to the song Nas, Whose World Is This? The World Is Yours. I see myself doing things when I'm listening to that song. But no one taught me what clairvoyance, I didn't know what these things was, but I was just embodying it. Even it was a time when my mom, she was brokenhearted by my father. I knew it. She never told me, still to this day. I just knew it because I could pick up on her energy. I could look at her. I could feel her vibration. I could feel the color blue, and I could tell that something happened. I didn't know what happened, but I knew something happened. I knew when my mom wanted me to go to this babysitter crib and some dude was over there. I'm like, I don't know what's with that dude, but I don't like his energy. With his energy. I didn't know those. No one taught me these things. I also was even having the expression where I said, if you just show me someone's hands and their feet, it would tell me everything I need to know about that person. How did I know these things? That's palms readings. That's reflexology. How did I know these things? I knew this and no one taught me. And then when I was 13, that's when I forgot. And then when I met my shaman, this is when I start to learn these things of, I've been doing this. Hold up. I can do this. Oh, that's supposed to be advanced? I was doing that when I was 6. So this is when I came up to the concept. I came up with the theory of spirituality is easy. Humans make it hard. If we just listen to our heart and we move by our instinct, Aries is instinct. It is instinct. If we just move by our instinct, we will see that we already have it. It's already there. We just have to spark it, wake it up. And it's just there, and then we can just move and we can vibe. We can honor the ancestors, we can honor the family, we can honor each other. And this is what spirit source want us all to do.
Yes. Which is a message, family. Like, you have people out here that want to make things hard because I guess they're experiencing a hard reality, a hard life. And I don't want you to feel guilty for saying that I have to remove myself from that. When you get a little stronger and you get right within yourself, you can go into hard places and be fine. You can go like Jesus. You can go into the desert and not be tempted. You will be fine. But hurt people can't help people. And whether you notice it or not, they're hurting you. They're making things hard on you. 2025, this new year started 3 days ago. Cut off those that are making it hard. It is okay. You're not abandoning them. You're not forgetting them. You are recharging, resetting, and realigning yourself so you can come back that much more of a light to help show them how to deal with their hardships. But you got to get right within yourself first. And it's okay. You deserve that. You do not have to feel guilty about cutting off those making life hard for you. Just so you know. Now, if these are your children, you need to be a little more vocal and communicate with them more and ask, what are some of your hardships? Because that's another thing we don't do too often. Communication is very, very low right now.
It's key.
It's and asking questions versus projecting or issuing statements can be helpful. Get good at asking questions. Your husband, your wife, your child. Now, some of these people are embedded in your household, so it's not like, oh, I'm going to cut them off and stay in my room all day. No, that's not what I'm saying either. But your pastor may be making it hard on you. I know people who go to church, and the pastor is hounding them every week about making sure they give 10% of their pay. I'm like, hold on, I may not be able to give you 10% right now. You making it, I may not be able to feed my child this week, so I give you the 10%. You making it hard on me. And do not feel guilty of saying I can't do that this week or this month. That's what I'm saying. So, oh yeah, thank you. Great job. Keep up the good work, Adewale. # teamwork. That's right. Shouts out to Goddess of the Craft. Now, someone said, can someone drop his link, please? Are you asking for the YouTube? That's the YouTube, if that's what y'all asking. I'm gonna put the YouTube back on the screen. I told you we're gonna do it mid. That was about the 45-minute mark. We're bringing it right back down the hour and a half. Adewale, what we got cooking for the collective? I know you was over there working on some things. Give them some update. We still working on Gatlinburg, or what we got cooking?
Gatlinburg is coming. So when is this? This is I don't want to say the wrong date. So me and Q will be having a retreat in June, and this will be the week of June 13th weekend.
Ooh.
13th weekend. Where this is only going to be for masculines, and we're going to help masculines understand how to move with their infinite intelligence gifts. This is going to be a soul remembrance retreat. We're going to have a reset. We're going to have a kumbaya, connect, unconditional love. If some people got to work through some stuff, they got to scream, they want to fight. We're going to have some things with boxing. We're going to have some things so we can really be the gentleman, the divine master man. So this is going to
y'all
be
go back to y'all ladies, the men y'all deserve to be. You can go back to your daughters. You can go back to your sisters. You can go back to your moms the way you need to be. You are hard ship, family. Be more gentle. And the reason why your ship is so hard is because you haven't figured out how to release some of the hardships or burdens that you have on you. So we're working on exercises of transmutation. There's tons of woods out there in Gatlinburg. We can go out there in the middle of the woods and scream our little hearts out if that is going to help. And it does. It does. There's a couple of things I'm going to talk to Adewale about as well, because I have a couple of techniques to kind of speak to one's subconscious or inner child and kind of like apologize, acknowledge. I mean, that's sometimes what's happening to a lot of the men of today. They have a baby boy in them that hasn't quite been healed yet. So they walk around like Jody, you know? so we got to make sure y'all ain't crashing out, because you seen Tyrese. He played the Jody role. 10 years later, he crying on the internet, talking about, they're taking everything from me. Listen, it's in the life. I don't want y'all to end up like that. Get on this retreat. We doing this for y'all. We was going to do one more integrated, but I do see the importance. We got to reach out to these men. Men, y'all got to be gentlemen. And we're going to show you. We're going to show you. We're going to lead by example. Big bros. Just look at it like that.
Something's coming through with this that I want to say. As man, what women are looking for us to be is the rock. What they need from us is to make their life easier. What they're looking for us is not what we have materially when it comes to money. How are you making their life easier? Or are you still in that boy? Are you being the man, or are you being that boy? Are you being reactive, and are you being too much? Where they like, oh, my nervous system, he's too much. This is what they're looking for. A real deal divine masculine man. And not to say if you're not operating this, you're not a man. I do want to consciously say that you want to be in calmness. Calmness is power. A man who's very calm, a man who knows how to shift his temperature, that is a man who knows how to move with energy, who knows how to move in the chaos, but also know how to move into the peace. So if you do not know how to do this, or you're looking how I can really embody this, you want to come to that retreat that me and you is doing to activate that soul remembrance. Yeah. I'm also doing a retreat the next week with my wife, Erin. We're going to be doing a co-ed retreat. So if you want, women or men, if you're looking to come to that retreat, that we'll be having a retreat in Mount Shasta. So if you guys are looking for that, feel free to go to my wife page. We'll be doing things next week of launching that. And we also going to me and Q is going to launch things next week as well. So you guys looking to come to a retreat to reset. And this year, I encourage you to go on a retreat to reset. Everybody need a reset. Why? Because this is the year of 9. 9 in zodiac is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a representation of retreats, is a representation of higher education. So if you try to go high, go find someone that is embodying what you want to be and go to their retreat or get mentorship. And it's going to make your journey easier than hardships.
Yes. Like he said, the women want us to be the Rock. But what was the Rock's famous move? The rock bottom.
For real.
How helpful can we be if we sink into the bottom, if we can't stay afloat? So, like she said, my man needs this so bad. We realize that. We realize how many women are really struggling with, let's just say, a man operating out of the persona of Atlas. And if you've ever seen the image of Atlas, he holds the world on his back. And if you need another image, think of Passion of the Christ when Jesus was carrying the cross. Like, that's what a lot of these men are walking around feeling like. But what we're trying to do is be that person on the side of Jesus to say, hold on, I got you. I'm going to help you carry this cross with you. And we can help you get to the next point. I can't come with you the whole way. But we will be that little push, that little extra oomph that they may need right now that they don't get, that they're not getting. How the hell do you get that through a cell phone? How the hell? We don't play basketball no more. Like, we don't have nothing. We're not out engaging with each other no more. It's crazy.
We ain't going really deeply in nature either.
Facts. That's why we chose Gatlinburg, because we need some tree healing. We need some tree bathing. I call it tree bathing. We need to get out there in the woods. We need to get out there in the higher elevation. We need to get out there and let the wind cleanse us. Being higher up, you get a little more wind too. You know, just that. We just really need to get back out there in nature. So that's why we see the importance of this. We're going to have it launched on oh damn. Q, he has did you get all your subscribers that fast, Adewale?
Hey.
Hold on, let me hit reset. Look, this is how serious our collective is. This is what our teamwork look like. What that number say, Adewale?
Got that 1K. 1K, baby.
That 101. That 101. You know what I'm saying?
101. That 11, baby.
Gotta hit them back with the basics. This is college course 101. Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you guys. Thank you for showing love. I appreciate it for real.
I really do appreciate that. All right. So how are they going to be able to? We're gonna have a website. We're gonna come back and give them more details. How you want to do it?
So I'm creating some things that is going to be on my website. So give me about probably 3 to 4 days. It's going to be on my website. You guys can see it. I'm going to talk to Q so he can put it on his stuff too. But you guys will be able to see it from my website. We'll have a payment plan too. So you guys want to do on a payment plan, you guys can do that. And we can go from there.
Okay. All right. We got any last words for the collective? Yeah, I got questions. We could take a few questions right now. I did see one question I did not want to negate. Man, I don't think well, it was this. Where do we register? It'll be on the website within the week.
It will be on the website by the end of the week, end of next week. It will be on the website by the end of next week.
This was clean. The only L's we take in life are lessons. I love that. Thank you, Tom Complex, for that response. Very, very well said. Hold on, Tom. All right. Nice. This has been a fire experience for me too. 101, not even 1 in a million. Congrats. Thank you, family. Thank you. Acknowledge that inner child. You also healed traumas past to your seeds that came through you. Man, that's a whole nother situation we go work on as well. Kind of like couple therapy, couple bonding that can help ultimately heal the mother and father, heal the child. Just so you know, quantum entanglement is a real thing. A lot of the
Correct.
issues the children are dealing with are just issues that have been passed on to them from the mother and father. And one thing the child has to be able to embrace, I'm not your dictator. So if you have these parents operating out of that philosophy, I am your ruler, I am your dictator, that becomes a problem as well, because those that feel enslaved revolt.
Ooh, man, you just got me a down on you. People who it's this thing that my mother used to say, and I did not used to like it, and I see why. She used to say, honor they mother, honor they father, and days will be longer. So I would perceive that if I'm not honoring you guys, I'm basically going to die. I did not.
Wow.
My body didn't register with that. I'm not saying it's wrong, it's right, but I didn't register with that. This book, Healing the Child Within, proves that scripture does not serve kids.
Ooh.
It is proven that scripture do not serve kids. Honor they mother, honor they father, and days will be longer. Where's the honor if daddy wasn't there? Where's the honor if y'all wasn't there? Where's the honor? You guys didn't teach me things. What are we talking about? And I'm upset. I'm the kid. I should be upset, and I should be able to express my upsetness and not be told, be quiet, hush up. Then when I become older and I'm more reactive, it's because you didn't allow me to be in my emotions, Smokey. So, people, I recommend this book. The reason I recommend this book, because once you heal the child from within, you see that the inner child is your real self. It is your real self. It's the imagination realm.
Ooh, see,
imagination. This is why I was able to do those type of psychic things when I was a kid, because I was embodying my real self. No one has to teach you your real self. You're just it. You just need to be it. So if you don't feel like you know your authentic self, go back and time travel to your kid. And you do that, you're going to see how heaven on earth is right around the corner. Everything that you are looking for is you focusing on the child within you. And then this will transform you. And if you have kids, it will also transform them too.
Now, me and Adewale were thinking about setting up a book club where we basically going to do a book read, probably once. Well, how I haven't been a part of book clubs. Do they normally read the book within a week, or how does it usually go?
Depends on how long the book. So I would say probably a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Read a couple, like 10 pages or more, or something like that, and then dissect it. So that's what I'm kind of seeing.
So we could do that on a Zoom, I'm thinking, and we do it together, and we set up a book club. So I'll probably be able to get that set up on the website soon. I'll get all the information registered. And then you know how we work this Adewale, everything, 50,
Absolutely.
50, you know what I'm saying? So once I get that situated, then yeah, because we were talking about what were some of the books you gave me? I already ordered them on Amazon.
Emerald Tablets of Thoth.
Mm-hmm.
What is the other books? I'm having like a brain fart, but the only one that
I think I can hold on. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Hold on.
I said,
all right. We got yep, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, Psychic Sense by Edgar Casey, and The Science of Getting Rich. All right. So look, y'all gotta get y'all books, y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna write them down right now, because we getting the book. Look, boom, there you go. All right. Let me pull them up. Hold on. Let me go big boy on them. Look, screenshot it. All right. These two, and then the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. This is going to be what we're going to do over the next probably 8 to 12 weeks. We're going to break down these 3 books. All right. I'm going to get the registration and everything on my website. That way, I think it can send the link automatically. I'll figure it out. But we're probably limited, 30, 40 people. How you feel on the book club? I don't know how many Zoom carries, but we'll
Well,
go.
I know on my Zoom it is almost like no more 5,000, but
Damn,
I don't really don't
5,000
care.
people on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
What the Zoom? Well, then I ain't gonna cap it. I ain't gonna cap it. If y'all want to be part
Yeah,
of
I
book
mean,
club, you gotta be part
I
of book
think
club.
the book read and these books, the reason why I feel this book has really quantum jumped me once I understand the science of being abundant. I wouldn't say just this is not just material, this is abundant vibrationally. And then the psychic sense, we need to tap into our ninth sense. We need to be to the I want people, no matter if it goes blackout, you should be able to tap into your ninth senses, and you should be able to move and feel like you are good. And the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, man, listen, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth got some things about fasting. You got some things about the Akashic records. It got some things about wisdom. Power is wisdom. Ye is with the most powerful energy in this universe. From what Emerald Tablets of Thoth talks about is wisdom. It is wisdom. So you want to go through experiences. You want to be exposed to things so you can get as much wisdom as possible. So us understanding these books, I feel like this is how we activate our infinite intelligence with us.
Yes. And I'm also working on grabbing some of the more Gnostic texts. I think there's like a Book of Eve, there's a Book of Lilith. There are books that have kind of been removed from us, but I've connected to a couple of Gnostic individuals that are willing to share some of the material they keep secluded to themselves. So possibly this book club could evolve into something great. But we're gonna take baby steps to see how real y'all are before we start tapping into the deeper concepts of this stuff. All right, well then we got one question, and then we go get out of here. We got one question. Ed been silent the whole time, but dropped the question. So let's get it. Ed, can y'all speak on channeling that masculine fire, rage, pain into destroying illusions in this gone 9 year? What you got on that, Adewale? Damn, son.
Okay, I know I follow what you putting down. So what I want to tell you is, one, I want you to see what is your astrology. Understand that, because the more you understand those principles, you will understand how you will see your fire, see the fire elements that you have within you, and how you can channel and how you can alchemize it and release that rage and that pain, and you activate your completion. Also, what I want to give you is, how often do you work out? If you are not working out as a man, you're going to feel more impulsive. Not all the time, but if you feel like you have more rage, I want to invite you to start working out. What type of workouts I recommend? Just jump rope for 10 minutes. Jump rope for 10 minutes. Play your 3 most powerful songs where it puts you in state, and just jump rope. When you jump rope, it makes you move through time. It makes you move in rhythm. It makes you go by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It puts you into a rhythm. So jump roping also going to recalibrate your nervous system. So doing these things of jump roping or just running, like a mile, just a mile. You don't gotta run nothing crazy. Or if you want to just run a mile outside, running a mile outside will be a little bit more effective than running inside, because when you run outside, you'll be in nature. So nature is going to recalibrate your nervous system. So doing these things, this can help you to release that rage and release that anger, and you can use that, and then you can create more things.
Woo! I've been right on that same download. I've been outside. You know what I done grabbed me? A pair of rollerblades recently. I'll be out there rollerblading, freaking. I'll be miles around Memphis because I want to see all that Memphis got, and you gotta be able to maneuver. So I do that. I've been getting on my bike. I got a bike. I just got my bike. Put the air back in it. So sunbathing, wind bathing, tree bathing, all that stuff is helpful. It shakes off some of the things that have attached to you. That's another thing you got to conceptualize. Is it even your rage in the first place? This could be rays that has attached to you. And if you keep your body in a vibration, like jump rope, all right, going up and down, defying gravity, you are, see, NASA knows the importance of jump roping, of trampolines. They make the NASA astronauts do these things. They don't make them go into the gym and lift tons and tons of weight. No, it's about calisthenics. It's about breath control and defying gravity. So I love what I love how you did that. You rolled right up in there. That was great advice. Great advice. Simply put, get outside. I met this my Bermuda bestie. She said she's turning 63 years old this year. I couldn't keep up with her. I went to Bermuda and she's walking around showing me the city, me and Naya, and I'm like, hold on, slow down. She's like, what you doing? We out here. And I was like, how'd you get here? Oh, I walked about 4 or 5 miles. You 63 years old, talking about you done walk about 4 miles to us. Yeah, no, we always walking. That's what we do here in Bermuda. And I mean, they look so great out there. It's like outside is their cure. So get outside. Get outside. The gym is cool. You know, the little in-home situation is cool.
But outside, get outside. Get that vitamin D, because that sun gonna give you that information. It's gonna give you that information.
Yep. Man, thank you so much for this give and receive. Appreciate this bill, y'all. I recently peeped my B-Day is a mirror of my dad's. Mine is 1230. Him and his twins is 0321. Mine, if I get y'all point of view on such, I'm named after his twin. My brother got his name.
Ooh, I see. That's that 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. What that's trying to show you is they were supposed to be moving in that 1, 2, 3. It's for you to move in a 3, 2, 1. Ooh. And that means for you that you have to move by your child, because you are 3, 2, 1. You got to move by that communication, which is C. You got to move by your heart, which is the child. You see, that's a divine feminine frequency. That's what you need to do. And this is what you're going to show them, because obviously your dad and his twin have not figured that out. This is why you reincarnated in the 3, 2, 1. You see, because now you can bring a completion to them from you being you. You see, my dad is born on February 13th. That is completion of man. You see, Aquarius. My dad is Aquarius and my mom is a Pisces. I'm a Pisces, and this is the energy of me transforming my mom and my dad stuff of what they haven't lived. Same thing for you. So what I want to encourage you is master communication, master being curious, not defensive. Because the more you are curious and you're less defensive, this is how you activate your gentle man. That's going to help those twins from your dad and his brother, you see.
Whew. And then I'm just thinking, you don't go 1, 2, 3, 10, lift off. You go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You on a path to lift off. But don't let them be the ball and chain that holds you down. Mm-hmm. Man.
Woo. Just because they didn't do it don't mean you can't do it. You the one who can do it.
Facts. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Look, all right. That's all y'all getting today. It's too much hot fire. Y'all gotta wait for the next lives. Go on over to Adewale's YouTube channel. I'm gonna put it on the screen one more time. All right. Keep showing the support. Keep building with like-minded individuals. Aaron, such a wonderful partner. I can see the divine feminine in you. I appreciate that. I get around certain individuals and I'd be like, damn, where is the divine feminine at? It's like, you scuff her out? God damn, do you animate her ass? Did you Tina Turner her? Like, nah. So I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all as a couple.
You too, man.
And I'm excited for all the things we got moving forward. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, at that point, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for dialing in. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we're going to get back here soon come. Till next time.
Peace.